imagine you're a student and the teacher walks into the room carrying a case. For our purposes today, we've decided to focus on a history lesson, but technically this case could be used for a number of different classes. You open the case, and inside are a variety of objects, each of them having a different learning activity that goes along with it.
And assignment.
And assignment. Yeah. So for example, we pull out a gas mask. Now the students will be given some instruction as to which different activities go along with the assignments, but this particular gas mask has attached to it an assignment that deals with researching some trench life in the trenches and coming up with a role-played assignment that will then be presented in front of the class or videotaped that goes along with it. Other things that would be in the case?
Yeah, so mine would be like a letter. So there's an activity for like 20 minutes and then an assignment, which is kind of ongoing in the following classes. So for the activity, they'd be given a series of questions, so they get familiar with the letter, and they kind of engage and personalize the experience of a soldier in the trenches. And then for the assignment, which is kind of a follow-up in the same groups, they have to write their own letter, incorporating historical facts that they learned from class and personalizing their own story. Make sense? All right.
Also in the case could be a historical photograph, similar to this one, which is seen from Vimy Ridge. The assignment that would go along with this photograph, the students would, in their group, analyze the photograph, stating if there are any people in the photograph, what they're doing, what their expressions are, different things like that, just kind of breaking down the photograph. The assignment that would then follow the activity, that again, as we said, is ongoing. They would choose 5 of 10 listed categories to find a photo that fits into the categories, each of these categories having something to do with life in the trenches. Categories would include daily life, weapons, different things along those lines, just so students can explore at their own pace different aspects of trench warfare that may have not been gone into greater detail in class.
And for this project, students would begin with a dossier of images, maps. These are reproductions of trench maps from World War I, postcards that illustrate how trenches looked and how they were built and put together, as well as various diagrams that indicate the main parts of a trench. From this dossier, from these images, they'd be asked to answer a series of questions, identify the main components of a World War I trench, and then, as a follow-up activity, the students in this particular group would then be given a couple bricks of non-toxic modeling clay, as well as a few other materials like toothpicks and wooden sticks, and they'd be asked to construct a 3D model of a World War I trench, similar to this, from these materials, using the documents, using the images, and then label the main parts of that trench. The purpose of this is to get the students to analyze and to interpret images and diagrams and kind of visualize in a 3D context what it was like to build a trench system and also to have to live in an environment like that for an extended period of time.
The key concept, though, is that each activity should give the students a chance to show their learning goals in a different way. So whether it's through the kind of 3D modeling or through a play or through writing or through researching, they can kind of pick what they're good at or what they excel at and do that method. So there's not just like a narrow definition of success, but kind of multiple interpretations of success for each student.
And again, all of these activities are supplementing the lesson plan that goes along with life in the trenches. This would follow an overall look at World War I. So in the World War I unit, obviously this would find its place in there.
That's good.
That's it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.